All right, let's talk about data. Specifically, let's talk about a platform that's trying to end the chaos of data tools for good, Microsoft Fabric. Today, we're going to break down how it takes a whole world of different data services and pulls them together into one single smart platform, and what that actually means for anyone like you who works with data. Does this look familiar? I bet it does. If you've ever worked with data, you know the drill. You're using one tool to pull data in, another one to clean it up, a totally separate one for analytics, and then, of course, something else to actually visualize it. It's this crazy, tangled web of services that's just a massive headache to manage. And this slide right here just says it all. On the left, you've got what I like to call data spaghetti. All these different tools like Power BI, Azure Synapse, Data Factory, all barely talking to each other. It's messy. But on the right, you see the Fabric way. It's this one, single, unified hub where everything just flows. The whole point of Fabric is to replace all that complexity with one elegant solution. So how in the world does Fabric pull this off? Well, here's our game plan. We're going to start with just how easy it is to get this thing turned on. Then we'll dive into the collaborative workspaces and check out all the powerful tools you get inside. After that, we get to meet its secret weapon, a game-changing AI assistant. And finally, we'll look at what this all really means for the future of your data. Okay, first things first, how do you even get started? You might think a massive enterprise platform like this would be a nightmare to set up, but getting Fabric up and running is actually surprisingly simple. So here's the deal. An administrator, and this could be your Fabric Power Platform or even your Microsoft 365 admin, can basically just flip a switch for the entire organization. They just pop into the admin portal, find the tenant settings, and turn it on. They can enable it for everybody or just for specific teams. And hey, if you're not ready to go all in, there's a free trial so you can kick the tires and see what it's all about first. So once Fabric is switched on, your entire world revolves around something called a workspace. You can think of this as the command center, the mission control for every single one of your data projects. So a workspace is basically a shared project room for your data teams, but the real magic, the secret sauce, is happening underneath it all with something called OneLake. Now think of OneLake as a single gigantic data lake for your whole company. One copy of the data that everyone works from. No more confusing duplicates. And with the data lineage view, you get this beautiful visual map that shows you exactly where your data came from and how it's changing, which is absolutely critical for building trust and governance. And of course, because it's all about collaboration, you need to manage who can do what. Fabric keeps it super simple with 4 main roles. You've got admins, who have the keys to the kingdom, members who can add other users and share things, contributors are your builders, the ones creating and editing, and finally, viewers, who can look at and interact with all the cool reports and dashboards. It's a really clear system that's perfect for team projects. Okay, so you're in a workspace. Now what? What can you actually do? Well, this is where the fun really begins. You get access to a whole suite of specialized tools that Fabric calls Workloads. Let's do a quick tour. First up, data engineering. This is the engine room. It's the heavy lifting part of the platform. It uses the raw power of Apache Spark to process just enormous amounts of data, build out data pipelines, and basically shape all your raw data into something clean and useful inside a lakehouse. Next, you've got Data Factory. This is your logistics expert. It's the tool that connects to hundreds of different data sources. We're talking cloud databases, local files, you name it, and pulls all that data into Fabric, letting you set up complex schedules and workflows. For all of you who are trying to see into the future, the data science workload is your crystal ball. This is where you can build, train, and deploy machine learning models to find hidden patterns in your data and make predictions about what's going to happen next. Now, if you're a fan of the classics, the Data Warehouse Workload gives you that high-performance, traditional SQL experience. It's absolutely perfect for running really complex queries on your structured data for those big enterprise-level reports. In the world we live in today, data never stops moving. The real-time intelligence workload is built specifically for that, for handling streaming data from things like IoT devices or website logs, so you can analyze events the second they happen. And finally, the tool that brings it all to life, Power BI. This isn't just tacked on at the end. It is deeply, deeply integrated. It lets you instantly create these stunning, interactive reports and dashboards directly from all the data sitting in one lake. Okay, having all of these tools in one spot is already a massive win. But Microsoft went and added an AI-powered superpower that honestly changes the entire game. And that superpower is called Copilot. And let's be clear, this is not just some little chatbot in the corner. This is a full-blown generative AI assistant that's woven into the fabric of the platform. It's designed to make you faster and make really complex stuff way easier. Let me show you what I mean. So picture this. You're in Power BI. Instead of spending time dragging and dropping different fields to build a chart, you just type what you want in plain English. Copilot gets it, and just like that, it builds the report for you. This is huge because it means anyone in the business can start getting their own answers from data. Or hey, maybe you're in the data warehouse. You can just describe the data you need, and Copilot will not only write the complex SQL query for you, but it will actually break down the logic and explain how it works. I mean, this is incredible for learning and just for getting stuff done way faster. And this power works even on the really, really complex stuff. So in real-time intelligence, you might see a super cryptic query written in KQL. Well, Copilot can just translate that into simple English, basically demystifying this really sophisticated analysis for a much bigger audience. So all across the platform, Copilot is right there with you, like an intelligent partner. It's finishing your code, it's turning your words into queries, it's building reports for you, it explains complex logic. You can even just have a conversation with your data. It's a massive productivity boost for everyone, from a seasoned data pro to a business analyst. So let's zoom out and bring this all together. Why does a platform like Microsoft Fabric really matter? What's the big picture here? If you remember just 4 key things, let it be these. First, you get a totally unified experience. You can finally stop jumping between a dozen different tools. Second, access is simplified with OneLake. You have one single source of truth for all your data. Third, it's built from the ground up for teamwork with those collaborative workspaces. And finally, the whole thing is AI accelerated, with Copilot acting as your smart assistant to make everybody better and faster at their job. You know, by bringing everything, storage, analytics, governance, and AI, into one single product, Microsoft Fabric is really a fundamental shift in how we think about data. This isn't just another tool. It's a completely integrated platform that makes complex data work accessible and empowers teams to build amazing things faster than ever before. So with all that power at your fingertips, the only real question left is, what will you build first?